Welcome back to the channel, Safemoon Millionaires and my fellow Safemoon Army. John Caroni, the CEO of Safemoon, just tweeted out that the Safemoon wallet will indeed have a buy button. Now this is absolutely massive because now it means that new users who see the Safemoon wallet, first of all, as a legitimate product and might now begin to buy Safemoon, can straight up sign up for the wallet and buy right away, leading to a massive volume spike and volume increase within Safemoon. And as we know, with more volume, more tokens are burned, and it's better for Safemoon in the long term, especially at these low prices when more tokens are being burned. I mean, John really saved this up for the last minute to hype up people leading up to the wallet release, and I think that you can see a lot of people who were on the edge about buying Safemoon now see this as an opportunity to potentially buy and also see Safemoon finally as a legitimate cryptocurrency. I mean, no one was expecting this, and even yesterday in my comment section, a lot of people were commenting that there's probably not going to be a buy button, but this really changes everything and is a lot bigger than we think. So this is all massive news, but now let's jump into Safemoon's technical analysis, price prediction, and my personal strategy of exactly how I plan to profit and invest at Safemoon at this point. So all I ask in return is that you subscribe so that this video can be pushed out to more Safemoon holders that need to know about the critical buy button and need a better understanding of how to invest in Safemoon if it continues higher or drops to the downside on a sell the new situation. And if you want to learn technical analysis for yourself and a ton of advanced trading strategies, be sure to go get my new book, A Technical Trader's Handbook, on Amazon. That was the #1 hot release in public finance in the world, so be sure to go get it. And let's jump into the technicals. Alright, so jumping into the technicals of Safemoon, we can see that ever since it broke out of this massive lower low and lower high channel that's been going through for months, we can see that now it's beginning to form higher highs and higher lows, and it's finally breaking out. It broke out of the key level we talked about yesterday here at 249676, so congrats if you caught the breakout above this level, because Safemoon is just continuing to push and push. In fact, it's now broken above our next level that we talked about here at 269183, which was a previous level of very strong level of support right in this area right over here. So I expected Safemoon to find resistance at this level, but it's just continuing to break out, and it makes sense. As you can see, taking a look at the volume has really just continued to increase, and there's been very strong buying volume. And in fact, if we take a look at the Safemoon whale tracker here on watcher.guru, yesterday I told you guys clearly that the wallet release might actually be a major catalyst for whales not to sell but instead to buy at these cheap levels to maximize their gains now that a real product has come out, legitimizing Safemoon, and could bring a lot of new buyers to it. So as you can see, a couple wallets are selling, but in the 24-hour change, a bunch of the wallets are really loading up and buying into Safemoon, just as we had discussed yesterday. So now taking a look at the technicals, I think Safemoon could, kind of find a resistance at this level. I mean, we've pushed up to a previous level of resistance up over here, which was a very strong level of support that could now turn into resistance. In fact, if I actually place in the Fibonacci retracement from our swing high of this channel all the way down to our swing low, we can see that Safemoon has actually reached the 50% retracement, right? The 50% retracement is the midpoint of the Fibonacci. It's like our make or break level. But the moment we break above the 50 Fibonacci, essentially that's when buyers fully take control, and that's when we see a full retracement to the upside. So the fact of the matter is that Safemoon is right at the 50 Fibonacci. It's actually right at the top diagonal resistance line of this higher high and higher low channel. So I think it's fully possible that now at this level, we might consolidate a little bit before our next leg up or potential pullback down to the downside. Now taking a look at the momentum indicators, we can see that we are extremely overbought on the RSI. We're well above 80, as well as the fact that the red MACD line is strongly above the green signal line on the MACD. So in the shorter term, we are somewhat overbought, and there's a possibility that we might pull back. But if we actually go to the daily chart, here's where things really get interesting and change. You can see how Safemoon has been on this massive downtrend, massive downtrend. Well, on the daily chart, technically we're still not really overbought on the RSI. The red MACD line just crossed above the green signal line, indicating that the momentum has basically just switched. And the reason why the daily chart is so powerful, especially with momentum indicators, is because the daily chart shows heavier accumulation. It shows trends and patterns forming over a larger period of time. So the fact that the red MACD line is crossed above the green signal line strongly, the RSI is beginning to retrace higher. It shows that the longer term trend and the longer term momentum has officially shifted in favor of buyers, and that there's potential for much further upside. And I also want to mention the fact is that we formed a massive bullish divergence here, which we talked about last week as well, right? You can see Safemoon made a lower right over here, right? Then it made a new low, but even though it's making a lower low, guess what? The RSI was forming a higher low and essentially diverging from what the price was doing. So this again shows very strong buyer momentum and the fact that this is a big momentum shift in terms of the price. So now that you get a rough understanding of the technicals, let's talk about my price prediction and my personal strategy of how I plan to profit. Now, quick disclaimer, this is my personal strategy. This is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own due diligence, your own technical analysis, and your own research. And if you want to learn technical analysis for yourself, just go get my new book, A Technical Trader's Handbook, on Amazon. So as you can see, we're right at the Fibonacci, we're right at this top diagonal resistance line. So the first scenario that I want to talk about is the potential pullback, because we are super overextended and there's always the possibility of a potential dump as soon as the wallet is released. So in such a situation, I think Safemoon probably, in fact, if I actually quickly just remove this Fibonacci for a second, I think Safemoon could pull back down here to 249676, where we had a previous peak right over here, strong level of resistance. And this also happens to be right at the bottom diagonal support line of this higher high and higher low channel. So essentially we'll be pulling back, finding support over here before the next leg up. But the way I would be investing in Safemoon if it did come down here is that I would be watching for a break above the 9 EMA, which is this blue line that you guys can see right over here. The reason being is that the 9 EMA, by being above it, it shows that buyers are willing to pay a premium compared to Safemoon's shorter term average price, and shows that buyers are controlling the trend. Like right over here, we pushed up, we pulled back down, and we started consolidating, but the moment we broke above the 9 EMA, boom, Safemoon continued higher and higher. So that's what you got to be watching out for, because let's say Safemoon pulls back and instead of finding support, we break out of this diagonal channel. Then what I fully expect Safemoon to do is potentially come down all the way here to 217932, where we had a previous level of resistance over here and a previous level of resistance in this area as well. So I expect Safemoon to probably pull back down to this level before maybe a consolidation period or a potential leg up. But now let's talk about what happens if Safemoon just continues to run higher and higher without even pulling back, right? Yesterday we talked about the fact that the wallet could actually be a major catalyst for buying instead of a sell the new situation. Now I do potentially think at this point we do pull back, because even yesterday I thought we would get a pullback down here before the next leg up, and this at this point seems super overextended to me, and it seems obvious at this point that we do get a pullback. But let's imagine that that doesn't happen, and that's a very likely scenario as well. Let's say we don't even pull back as well. Well, then I think the next level that Safemoon heads up to is all the way up here at potentially 304462. But apart from that, in general, the channels, the way I like to trade channels in general is from the swing low all the way up to our swing high at this peak. So that's totally a possibility, especially because we will also be breaking above that 50 Fibonacci level, and then a full retracement is just even more likely. So with that being said, guys, those are the technicals and the key levels to watch. If you enjoyed this value-packed video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and go get my new book, A Technical Trader's Handbook, on Amazon to learn technical analysis for yourself and a ton of advanced trading strategies that have helped me help you guys catch over 100% moves simply because of the technicals. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.